Hi, so we've just started December, and this is the second of some videos in a series that I'm trying to put together for you guys as references, so that when you feel extra struggles, when you feel a little extra stressed, a little out of sorts, you can maybe look up one of my videos, get a few cues, a few reminders of things that will help you keep focused and make your day just a little bit better. Okay, so this is all under, remember, mindfulness. That was the first video that I did. And of course I do my little workout videos on Wednesdays and things, but that's a little bit separate. So one of the things that will keep us where we need to be emotionally, physically, is good sleep, right? That's part of what we do. But unfortunately, sometimes we just kind of put that aside. We stay up late to do homework, we get up early, we stay up late playing computer games and chatting with friends, and if we don't get good sleep, it really affects in a terrible way the whole rest of our day and the rest of our life, right? So these are things that I want you to pay attention to if you feel you're struggling with sleep, okay? If you're having some issues, maybe staying asleep or going to sleep or just getting enough time to recharge your batteries, right? I'm gonna try to go through these reasonably quickly because I think they're mostly self-explanatory. These are based upon studies that have been done, so it's not just the concept that I have off the top of my head. If you sleep in a warm house as opposed to something that's a little on the cooler side where you're using blankets to stay warm, you will sleep better. You just need to turn the temperature down just a little bit. They say 64, 65 degrees. A little bit before you go to bed. If you take a warm bath or a warm shower, that produces some chemical reactions in your brain that helps you relax, get rid of stress, and get to a place where you can just go to sleep a little easier. Controlled breathing. That's something that I'm gonna do a video on in just a few minutes after we do this. And I'm gonna show you what controlled breathing is all about. That helps with anxiety, that can help you relax your body to go to sleep. Get on a schedule. Comes right down here to the very last item that I've underlined, routine. Your body thrives on regularity. Routines can be boring, but your body wants it. Your body wants to know when you're getting up, that's gonna be the same time. When you go to bed is the same time. That you eat about the same time every day. Those things are very, very important, okay? Just like when school was kind of taken away from us, we all had to figure out a new routine and a new schedule. And those things are really important because they throw us off. Experience light during the day. That seems a little obvious, right? If we're having trouble going to sleep, but what happens for you guys a lot now is that you're in your rooms, you're inside, you're not going outside. It's now getting to be wintertime. We haven't had to deal with rain, but cold, less daylight, we've turned our clocks back. So it's very, very possible that not only are you not going out and getting exercise, but you're just not going outside. You're staying in your room. Curtains are closed, it's dark. So the internal clock and mechanism in your body is telling itself that it's kind of dark all the time. It's having a hard time figuring out when to go to sleep, when to be awake, right? Does that make sense? Open up your window blinds, go outside at lunchtime, take the dog for a walk before school starts, do whatever you need to do to wake up. Practice yoga. Yoga encourages different breathing patterns and movements, and it relieves stress. I've never been a yoga guy. I've done it, but I've never got into it on a regular basis. But I can tell you that if I was struggling with things and needed to do something to add, I would be adding that to my pretty much a regular thing of what I would do every day, I think, because it definitely is very helpful. Meditation, same thing. I'm not going to focus on that. You can look up different thoughts and instructions about what meditation is all about. Mindfulness is kind of my thing, right? Maintain a focus on the present. Maintain a focus on what you're doing today. Yesterday is done. Tomorrow is coming. Let's figure out what we need to do today and make the best day today. And then tomorrow will probably be better too because of that, right? Do not watch the clock. You ever struggle falling asleep? You keep looking at the clock, looking at the clock. Don't do that. That's keeping your mind focused on something and awake. Get off your phone, get off your tablet, get off your computer. There's a lot of things that go along with blue light and turning your brain on and keeping it on. And obviously, even if, like me, if you use your phone for an alarm clock, I've got it on silence. but it's sitting next to my bed on a hard table. So if someone texts me or I get a notification and it vibrates, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wanna look at it, right? So I put my phone on a beanie, on a ski cap, so that if it vibrates in the middle of the night, it won't wake me up. If someone notifies me, if someone's gonna call me, text me, they can wait till tomorrow. You don't need to interrupt your sleep for that. So pay attention to when you get off your devices. It should be about an hour before you want to go to sleep. Avoid naps. Some people do very short power naps in the middle of the day. It can work for them, that's great. That's never really worked for me. Avoid long naps or naps late in the day. Again, your body is only going to want a certain amount of sleep. When you feel overwhelmed, you're going to want to sleep more and more and more, and all that does is beget more sleep. It doesn't energize you, it saps you of energy, it saps you of focus, right? So don't eat right before bedtime. Listen to relaxing music at bedtime. Along those lines, we can talk about white noise. You can have a fan. If it's summertime, you can have a fan in your room. Very low kinds of music work. Different kinds of things that just become something your mind doesn't focus on, but it's just noise that helps you fall asleep, right? Exercise during the day, very key. The common sense tells you that if you are going to struggle with falling asleep at night, and you also are not doing much during the day to be physical, you're not going to the gym, your sports are out, so you're not doing any kind of sport right now, you're not on your bike, you're not doing stuff with your friends, and so you're kind of in your room a lot, and you're kind of down, and you're kind of whatever, and when you're not on line with school, you're playing video games, essentially you're not exercising, right? So your body isn't burning the energy that it wants to create being tired at night. So think about that. Limit your caffeine. That happens to not really affect me, but it affects most people, where it'll keep them up if they drink caffeine past sometimes 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if they have coffee or anything, or sodas. There's a lot of caffeine in sodas. Read a book. Almost everybody I know will go to sleep really quickly if they read a book. And it could be a book that you really need to read, and maybe it's something for school tomorrow, and it'll put you right to sleep. So if you're having trouble sleep, grab a textbook, and it'll put you to sleep right away. Melatonin, that's an over-the-counter thing you can get where you buy vitamins, and that, again, works in a natural way with your body to help relax you and put you in the right mood to go to sleep. Don't use your bed for school. Over and over and over again, I'm talking to kids that are struggling with having routine, having a dividing line between school, non-school, having the discipline to do what they need to do to stay functioning online with their teachers, right? And if your entire life is in bed, that's not really a great reality for school. Common sense tells you, right? So use your bed just for sleeping at night, but not for doing school. Go to the kitchen table. If there's a desk in your room, I always recommend go to the biggest, lightest, brightest room in your house if you can do that, and that's where you should do school. You shouldn't have video games next to you, you shouldn't have your phone next to you, none of that kind of stuff, right? But certainly don't be in bed and do school. You're gonna fall asleep. Why make school harder than need be? And then we talked about routine a little bit with another item. So your body will really thrive if you pay attention to these things. We are all capable in our own ways of paying attention to all of these things. They all make a difference. You can make a difference for yourself every single day. You just have to be mindful, okay? So I will see you on our next video.